Hello everyone. So this is my first live on YouTube. I'm usually on Instagram, so just bear with me one moment. I'm going to go live on there, and we're going to get started with a free tarot card reading for the new moon in Virgo. Give me 1 second. This is the first time I'm trying to do two at once, so we'll see how it goes. All right. Let me just see if I can move this over. I'm glad my computer has a full charge because I don't know where the cord to charge it went, but that's a later problem. All right, and then let me see. Maybe I can bring this closer to my altar. All right, there we go. All right, that's going to be good. I know what I'm going to do. Bear with me. I'm just rearranging some things here. So how is everyone tonight? Is anyone here? Welcome. I do not go live a lot on this channel, but I'm Janine. And yeah, you're in for a treat. Okay. Going live on Instagram now. Okay. Hi everyone. Happy new moon in Virgo. I am trying to go live 2 places at once tonight, and it is trippy. So, hello, Mystical Tree Bard. Hi, Tie-Dye Clothing. So, I am on 2 things at once tonight. I'm on YouTube and Instagram for the first time ever, and it's like tripping me out to see myself 2 places. Hey, Cece. Hi, Shelly. So, I am probably going to try to focus more on Instagram, but I wanted to have a backup after last time I accidentally discarded my live video, and I was really, felt it was powerful channeling. So, but, everything for a reason. I feel like it was to push me out of my comfort zone. And so, here we go. I'm out of my comfort zone doing something on 2 things at once and seeing if it works. It won't let me wave to you guys as usual, but hi, how are you? All right, so I'm going to open the window and we're going to get started. I'm trying to push my computer and my phone as close to each other as possible. So how is everybody doing? Actually, even before I open my window to Sage, I do want to talk about this new moon in Virgo because it's a really powerful one for healing. And those of you who are joining me from YouTube, new moon in Virgo is really about, so Virgo, okay, let's just start there. Virgo as a sign is very detail oriented. And to me, the energy, a lot of times it gets associated with the Virgin energy, but how I see it is like maiden energy, like that youthful, pure, innocent energy. And I don't know, I know a couple of Virgos. They're pretty kind. My dad's a Virgo. He's definitely detail-oriented. I have a couple friends who are Virgos. And so, but tonight I just have been feeling this energy as actually pretty feminine. I consider it a feminine sign. And I was trying to think of what would be a really good stone and crystal to work with, because I'm starting to try to incorporate that into my tarot card readings more. So I'm going to start off there. So the first one is Mookaite Jasper. So this is a stone of the divine, the divine feminine. You know what? No, I take that back. Okay. So to me, Mookaite Jasper is the stone of Persephone. If you're familiar with that goddess, the Greek goddess, and she is one of the embodiments of the triple goddess of the maiden mother crone, 3 stages of womanhood. And this stone just represents that to me. It's the stone of beauty. And the reason why is because it does a lot of things for your health. Depending, what description you look up. The one I was reading out my work today, because I work in a metaphysical shop, was like, even said it was good for anti-aging. And I could see where that's true, because what it does is it bounces your pH system, which is extremely important, helps alkalize things in your body. So yeah, it just balances out your pH system, and it's a stone of beauty. And Persephone is this maiden who, the story of her is that she's the queen of the underworld, and she was out picking wildflowers one day, and Hades took her for his bride. And Demeter, her mother, was so upset that she kind of killed everything on the earth, and was kind of supposed to represent the change of seasons and so there was a deal that was struck where Persephone ate 6 pomegranate seeds, and for every seed she ate, I think it was she committed to the underworld. And so she ate 6. So for half of the year, she was underground with Hades, and for the rest, she was with Demeter. And so she's just got this earthy, badass energy attached to her that to me really embodies the purity of this moon. And it's interesting that that's who I associate it with. So yeah, Mukai Jasper, really good for beauty, which I also think this moon is about. I know it's not a new moon in Libra, it's a new moon in Virgo, but I think it's time to heal our relationship with our body. And Virgo is really about health. And, how you do that for yourself may differ depending who you are. But for me, it was just recognizing that that I wanted to own my beauty a little bit more. And I straightened my hair this weekend for my best friend got married. And I wasn't going to get my hair done. And all of a sudden, last minute, slat opened up. And one of the other, the matron of honor told me about it. I was the maid of honor. So I jumped on it, and I ended up with this new hairstyle that made me kind of just reconnect with myself. And I guess that's the kind of health I'm talking about tonight. And I feel with the Virgo energy, that's the details that I feel would be very beneficial to focus on. What things can you do to make yourself feel healthy and therefore beautiful? What's going to make you shine and feel that way? So, and innocent, a lot of things around holographic healing came up for me today that I was thinking about. I don't know if you're familiar with the concept of basically being able to merge holograms of yourself, but it goes along with the concept that time isn't linear, and that you can kind of merge whenever you felt the most healthiest with your current state, and merge those two holograms together. And it really is through visualization, so that's just something to consider. So that's the energy, how I'm feeling it. And also the moon is trining Uranus, I believe. So Uranus is the planet of freedom and liberation. And so it's just the freedom, really, to be you. And that kind of empowerment really causes health. It's each one affects the other. The more empowered you are, the more healthy you feel. The more healthy you are, the more empowered you feel. So those are the vibes of tonight. So Mukai Jasper is a great stone to balance out the pH system and increase beauty. It's really the stone of beauty. You can see the crystal rollers. They sometimes come in the Mukai Jasper, and it's this stone that's all these beautiful earthy tones. You've got the pink, the red, the kind of brownish color there. It's kind of washed out on my phone. Oh, it looks better from far away. And then the other stone you might want to consider working with, this is my shungite pyramid. So shungite is a powerful filter. It filters out anything. In ancient Egypt, it was actually used in the water ducts to purify the water in ancient times. And it still does. You could put a little tumbled piece in your water. But I have the shungite pyramid I keep on my altar space here. And I just really believe in it. For a time when I was healing, Physically, I did put it in my water, and I think it really helps. I would give it a sage every once in a while, but at the same time, it's a clearing stone, so you really don't worry about it too much. If you don't feel like putting it in your water, that's fine. You can always work with it by just having it under your space. As long as it's kind of like in your energy field, you probably want something you can hold. Even though this is bigger, I do sometimes hold it in my left hand to receive the energy. So I did want to give you those 2 crystal stones to kind of like work with this energy a little bit more, because Virgo is an earth sign. So I wanted to give you something you could feel and work with in that physical way and bring that healing physically into your experience. So with that being said, now that I've rambled on for a little bit here talking about the energies, I am going to open the window and sage, and we're going to get started with the reading. And let me know if you have any questions. I think my screen froze on Instagram again, but should be good. That happens sometimes with me. So I'm just going to open the window. Hold on, I'll be right back. All right. Thank you for the hearts. That's how I know it's still working. So tonight, I want to use the Crystal Visions Tarot because that just feels right. It's soft. And I just feel like for me, a lot of the times my greatest healing comes when I'm in this like kind of soft mode. I have to soften to heal first. And I think that softening too can open you up to trying new things that will make you feel better. Like for me this weekend, it was like straightening my hair after not straightening it for years. So yeah, I just wanted to tap us into that energy. And then I'm going to use the Work Your Light Oracle because it's my favorite. I was debating between Conscious Spirit and Work Your Light, but I think I'm going to go with Work Your Light tonight. To ask my pendulum before we started. So let me know if you guys have any questions. And I think I might do it in a bead night. I know that's a little on the nose, but that's what my spirit guides kept showing me. So I've been having a fun time doing different formations for these readings. So let's just start off with a little white sage. Gosh, I hope that's enough. I'm going to do one more piece. So if you want to take some of that in, we're cleansing the energy and also setting sacred space. That's the other thing I kind of tend to forget to say, is that white sage not only cleanses the area and gives you a total energy reset, but it also sets sacred space. It prepares it for you to do ritual of any kind. So that's another great reason why I always burn it. I think it's really important. Protection is really important right now. It always is, actually. So for me, it just feels really good to start off everything I do with it. All right, one more piece. Just because I did work today, even though it was Labor Day. That's okay. I'm in retail. But I like my job. I like talking about crystals and tarot. Honestly, I pretty much am doing it anyway. So whether I'm at work or not, it's my passion. All right. So without any further ado, I'm going to open a circle. And wow, that sage went out really fast. So I guess our energy is pretty high already, which is a great start and great place to be in. I know I'm feeling pretty good tonight. I'm just very grateful that my best friend's wedding went off so well, with all the weather we've been having. I hope you've been all staying safe on the East Coast. Hurricane Ida hit pretty hard, in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York. So, just sending you all blessings of staying safe and protected, and hoping that you guys are all okay out there. Sending you so much love. So I'm going to close the window. I can't believe our sage is out already, and then we'll get started. So if you want to start to call your energy into present time, just roll your shoulders back. It's also really helpful to plant your feet like on the ground. And if you want to like go barefoot, that's helpful. I'm always barefoot usually when I'm doing the readings, unless it's really cold down here, which it's not tonight. So that kind of helps you ground into the earth. And like I said, Virgo is an earth sign. So that's part of the medicine of tonight. So I'm going to take off my rings. I got a new one. Black onyx for protection. From who else? The Sage Goddess. I'm addicted to her rings. And then roll my shoulders back, call my energy into present time, and call in the guides and guardians of the 4 directions. Here we go. I welcome in the guides and guardians of the East, element of air. Thank you for being here tonight to show us how to greet a new dawn and prepare us for the movement that we can feel as a collective that is coming and that is happening already. Help us to expand in all areas of our life that will serve our highest good and the highest good of all. We welcome you with gratitude into the circle. Guides and guardians of the South, element of fire, thank you for being here tonight. You're across the wheel from Earth and you bounce out that energy stream with passion and that spark that allows for positive, creative transformation and also to help us burn clean all that no longer serves. Thank you for being here tonight. We welcome you into the circle with gratitude. Guides and guardians of the West, element of water, thank you for being here tonight to cleanse and purify all that needs cleansing and purification, to create flow in our life, and to help us welcome in the abundance that is our divine birthright. We welcome you with gratitude into the circle. And guides and guardians of the North, element of the earth, we welcome you in tonight with so much gratitude. In the North, we celebrate everything that makes up this earth, the trees, our ancestors. Thank you for grounding us on this planet, this beautiful planet. And thank you for helping keep us safe, helping to keep us safe and secure. And thank you for giving us wisdom that we need to protect this planet and be good guardians of it. And also ourselves, how to protect and be good guardians of ourselves and treat both the planet and ourselves with the respect and love we deserve. We welcome you with gratitude into the circle. I welcome in all guides and guardians of love and light and nothing else. And with that, the circle is open. Amen. Blessed be, harm none. It is done, it is done, it is done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Amen. And so it is. All right. So let's get started. I'm going to just say a quick prayer. My energy feels so all of a sudden I'm like feeling really wired, which happens sometimes. I don't know. Better that than tired. Good. All right. So here we go. All right. I'm going to say one more quick prayer over the cards, and then I think I am going to do it in a V. I was trying to decide if I should do, past, present, future, or divine masculine, divine feminine, but I'm really feeling this like soft energy tonight. So I think I'm just going to do past, present, future, and I'll do the past on one side, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to roll with it. Actually, here we go. So one more quick prayer. Dear God and Goddess and spirit guides of love and light, my spirit guides, and to all those spirit guides who are of the people who are watching this tonight, thank you for being here with us tonight to give us messages that will serve our highest good and the highest good of all. Thank you for giving us messages of the highest love, light, and truth to guide us during this new moon in Virgo. Amen. Blessed be, harm none. It is done, it is done, it is done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Amen. And so it is. All right. So, the number that's coming to mind tonight to shuffle the cards, I usually shuffle them 3 times. But this is a newer deck, and I haven't used it that much, so I might give it a couple more and shuffle at 9. Ooh, all right. One was already turned over. And it's a swords card, but I want to shuffle them first. See what's going on. And yeah, I love this deck. I love it so much. One of my very favorite tarot card readers, Sandy, Archangel Guidance. She's on YouTube. She uses this one quite a lot, and I've wanted it for years. Then it finally came to my store, and I was just like, yes. So that's 4. And the reason I chose 9 to shuffle it 9 times is because in the tarot, the card that represents Virgo is the Hermit. And that's card number 9, Major Arcana, card number 9 of the tarot. And the Hermit is really about wisdom. You know what I mean? That lantern that he's holding is awareness, is enlightenment. And he's not afraid to go into the dark and to seek out the light. You know what I mean? So he is very, very cool. I got the Hermit a lot during 2020 in my personal readings for like other people that I would do. But there's so much wisdom there to be in that solitude, you know. Often, you know, our dark nights of the soul, you know, we feel alone, but we never are. And that's part of the wisdom that's in that lantern. I think this is 9, but I'm going to do it one more time. Just feels good. I can feel the energy kind of like coming together, if that makes sense. Like the cards aren't slipping out of my hands as much. It's kind of interesting. All right, here we go. Now let's see what comes. Oh, jeez. Okay, I wish I could push this back even more so you could see them fly out. But so right off the bat, we have, my God, all is like plopped out. We might have 6 already. Our whole reading might have just popped out. So we have the 3 of Wands. That was the first card out. And I'm loving that. Honestly, to me, right away, this is the journey that we've been on. Look at that path. It's winding. It reminds me of Griffith Park in California. But it could be anywhere. It could be any mountains, really. And that she's holding that crystal ball, and it's just beaming out this light. And that is the energy of the 3 of Wands. It's expansion. It's looking out to the horizon and seeing all the possibilities that are there for us, and seeing that more kind of global view. 3s to me are always about progress, and you know, wands in the tarot, they represent the fire signs, but they also represent movement. And yeah, I just, whenever I see 3s, I'm just like, it's progress. It's progress in the right direction. But in the 3 of Wands in particular, it's like the awareness of the expansion that is about to occur, or because it's our first card out, it could have already occurred recently. And so we're kind of processing that. We're scrying. And I mean, there's light in that. So it's so funny that I was talking about the Hermit, because even though this isn't the Hermit card, there's our lantern, right? It's that crystal ball. And then I don't know why it's giving me Hollywood vibes. It looks like it's just beaming out those like searchlight things. So we're searching for, you know, our path. And I feel like there is awareness coming in. Wow, there's a lot in that one card. That was the only one that flipped over. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we got 7. So we'll take them. I don't usually like just take the ones that plop out. Dude, there's a lot of reversals though. It's a lot of reversals. What do I want to do here? Let's interesting, though. I think I'm going to go with it. Maybe I'll do it all as a story. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I feel like this is all a story. Oh, no, here it goes. I'm going to have another long reading. Okay, so not all of them are in reverse. I think I'm going to go with it. So next one up is the Page of Swords in reverse. I think we're having a hard time, like, this is awareness, right? And this is still in the past, there might be one more little mental thing that we're having a hard time let go of. Oh, Cece, you were at Griffith Park this weekend. Oh, I love Griffith Park. I love it. Every time I burn coal Paul, I think of Griffith Park because it smells like the mountains in California to me. But yeah, so there's one little thing that we're still maybe holding on to mentally. Also, this could be a person, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Maybe they're having a hard time. If it is a person, their energy might be a little bit off bounce. But again, in collective readings, I sometimes feel it not just as people, but like there's always an additional message. And this is just about having a hard time letting one last thing go. But I do think with the Three of Wands here that we are aware that we're having a hard time. So it's not like we're completely in the dark. We are not. And so then it's interesting because I was starting to be like, oh man, all these are in reverse. And some of them are, which is a bummer. But then next up in our present, we have the Ace of Swords. So it's all okay. So it's so interesting how, I do feel like a lot of times the medicine is to keep going. You will make it. You just got to keep going. It's a marathon, not a race. So I always think of, this is a gorgeous Ace of Swords. So an ace is always a gift from the universe. And so this is that clarity. This is finally letting go of that one last thing that's just like, you haven't been able to shake it loose to this point. You're like, oh, but, maybe take a few steps forward, but there's still that thing that up until now, you've been unable to let go of. And it's mental, but mentality is a lot, when our mind isn't on our side, things can be difficult to manifest. So I'm so happy to see the Ace of Swords upright. So that is positive, and that's in our present. Okay, so I'm just doing this V kind of intuitively. I'm starting from the left here, and you'll see that in a post. I will post that on Instagram. Oh my gosh, someone's hi. Designer Tapes Barbershop. Hi, what's up? Thanks for joining. You're the first person to join me live on YouTube. So I will post this later on both Instagram and YouTube. And hopefully all goes well there. But yeah, feel free to follow me on Cards and Coffee. That's my Instagram. And I'll have a post of the spread afterwards as well. But I hold up each card as I go along. So that was the Ace of Swords. All right. So the next couple are in reverse, and I might pull a clarifier, although I do think the last card is the clarifier. So, there's some big things that haven't come in yet. And that might be kind of where our mindset has been feeling impatient, to say the least, because we do have the Ten of Pentacles, which is like, that's feeling like you are physically abundant in all the ways, because 10 is the number of completion in the tarot. And, pentacles are often your finances or your resources. So in reverse, something has, we're not feeling that way yet. We're not feeling like we are fulfilled in that sense in our physical life completely yet with our finances and our resources. So that's still in progress. The first card out, the Three of Wands, is saying that things are still in progress. But I do think the awareness is coming in that just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean that it won't. And so some of us still might be waiting on a soulmate. We do have the Two of Cups in reverse. And I do think this is a lot about our headspace. Feelings of worthiness or maybe not letting go of someone in the past can hold up a new soulmate coming in. And it's not easy. You know what I mean? It's not easy to let go of these things and get past these blocks. But we do have the awareness now that it's possible, and the clarity maybe of how to do that with the Ace of Swords. So it's time. And so, but, and then the Ace of Pentacles. So, like I said, this is kind of how I was feeling it. The gift has not shown up in our present yet, but it's in, how do I put it? I feel like even the cards showing up here, even the 10 of Cups and 2 of Cups in reverse, even though they're in reverse, the fact that they're here means that if we flipped this energy around, we could easily pull it into our vortex of our bubble, our consciousness, in a way that would bring it to us. And I feel like that's what the universe is trying to tell us, basically. Like, it is here for you. You just have to let go of what was. As so often the message is. And then finally, the last card that came out was the High Priestess, and she is upright, which is a beautiful thing to see because this is our intuition. And our intuition and the High Priestess energy, she can see what's going on beneath the surface and essentially what needs to change, where we need to do the healing, where we need to sit and be still. And this was that soft, intuitive energy I was feeling. Major Arcana 2 of the Tarot. I just love the way she's portrayed there. Love, love, love it. What a goddess. Loving it. Well, she's a priestess. And priestessing is something that you walk the middle path, and you also walk between realms, essentially. You walk between this earthly realm and then the other dimensions. And it requires seeing perspectives, other people's perspectives sometimes, which is something I'm definitely working on right now. Holding space for other people's perspectives, whether you agree with them or not, sometimes brings new awareness or just new understanding. And it allows for you to think about things deeply. And even if you don't necessarily change your mind, you can gain a sense of compassion from where other people are coming from. And that compassion can actually bring about positive changes in your own life. So it's like holding space for other people, really. Holding the space for them to be themselves. And, holding space for yourself, too, to be yourself. And all that's possible. All that, is possible. Because these things are all possible. Soulmate, wealth. All possible. So let's see. All right. Working on this V here. I am going to pull one more card just because I feel like that was all one big message. And I just want to pull one more card. Just feels like that would be a good idea. Because 7, which is how many cards we have out now, is the number of spiritual completion. It means it's a spiritual finishing of a cycle. But 8 is the number of prosperity and cycles and abundance. And I do feel like I have felt for a while that a new cycle is beginning. And we're just in the process of filtering out what is, what is no longer serving. Really, we've been in a huge process of that to allow what is going to serve us in. And I still think we're just filtering out old beliefs, really, I think, and the feeling that we can't have certain things. And it sounds so easy to say, but it's difficult to do. So we're still in that process. So let me just pull one more card and let me know if you guys have any questions about the cards or the energy. So I'm happy to discuss. Oh, man, 2 popped out. Interesting. So interesting. Okay. I think we're going to take them, and I think we're going to take them upright because the way they popped out, the way I flipped them over was upright. So we have more major arcana. So 2, there was definitely another message there. So the Star card, which I'm obsessed with in this deck. Again, this is the Crystal Visions Tarot by Jennifer. I never know. I'll say her last name. Glasso. Yeah. So we have the Star card and the Lovers card. So this is the other message. So Star is the card of Aquarius, and the Lovers is the card of Gemini, and they're both air signs. So again, there's so much air energy in this reading. It's never the element you think it's going to be. So there's, I feel like, because this is the part we're still working on. It's like the movement. It's the expansion of these ideas to bring them into our physical reality, because they're not here yet. But the Star card is the card of hope. It is the light in the dark tunnel, which is very much the vibes for this reading. It's not giving up hope. It's having faith is what the Star card talks about, that our dreams are possible, that they can come into our experience. So card 17 of the tarot, and just, oh man, I love these cards so much. They're so pretty. And then the Lovers card. So again, card of Gemini. The Lovers card talks about divine masculine, divine feminine energy integrating, and the integration of that. It talks about important decisions, making important decisions, and it does talk about love, new love coming in. So that's perfect. Yeah. But it's like also could be self-love too, like the integration of the energies inside of us kind of rising up. It's giving me Kundalini vibes for some reason. I'm loving all the pinks and the purples. I think it's like, so some people call it the head over heart decision card, but like, I don't know. It doesn't always feel like that, like a head over heart decision. I don't know. To me, I never feel it that way. I feel it as just like an attraction card of decisions that are integrated and thought out from really all angles. And I think that is what's happening right now. We're in the process of deciding who we're going to be in this new cycle. And we're trying not to give up hope, because I do think a part of it is us grieving who we were. You know what I mean? And stepping into this new self and figuring out what was a part of our old selves that we can reintegrate into our new selves, our kind of transformed selves that we're walking into this new cycle with. Like, what can we take with us, and how can we take with it in a way that will serve our highest good without holding on to the things that didn't. And that is a whole process. Honestly, those are the kind of class. That's what I'm taking classes in this year. This year is specifically alchemy, but the program I take with Sage Goddess is called Soul Shift. And, and that's what we're learning in alchemy, is how to alchemize yourself. Like, and during that process of alchemy, of taking one substance and turning it into another, from a spiritual lens, like illness into health is a perfect example for this new moon. There's a shift that occurs. And the stage we're in now, where I think we're still in integration. Or are we going to fermentation? But in the integration phase that we just finished or still in, it's all about the integration of the divine masculine and feminine, but also like just a lot, like all aspects of you, just reintegrating what serves and what doesn't, and what serves, and then leaving what doesn't. It's all alchemy, really, and alchemizing yourself as you go, learning as you go. And I love that. I love how she's just like, I always love the star card because any cards with the cups in them, the major arcana, always fascinates me because I consider that spirit, when they're dipping their cup into water, or, sometimes some people with the temperance card think it's ether, like spirit itself. But, water is what makes up this planet. Water is what makes up a big part of our bodies. And so it's like she's pouring her own faith back into the collective, and it's circling back to her. I'm really, really drawn to this image. And then in this one, I'm loving the strings that the doves are holding, the birds. To me, it reminds me of that song, Invisible String by Taylor Swift. And just that kind of threading of fate that happens when you work on yourself. And then other people come in through that. Like they come in when you are healed or in the process of healing. Because your vibration rises, and that's when you do want to call in a soulmate. When you're doing the work or have done the work. But I never think you're done the work. So I'm going to say when you're doing the work of trying to be the best you and open to the never-ending transformation, honestly, that is life. Not trying to stay stuck in this one version of you just because it's who you were, 5 months ago, 5 years ago. Like, and that was the other thing I was thinking about today. Even in that maiden energy, there's different phases of that maiden energy, like, and you can't stay stuck in any of them. Like nothing stays stuck. Everything is in motion in this universe. So, where we get into trouble is when we resist. And, it's a human thing to kind of want to resist and have everything figured out. But that it's better to flow, flow and let go than to try and hold tightly, because it creates stuck energy. So let go and flow and trust yourself. Keep that faith up, because it's coming. It's this integration. Keep doing the work, essentially. It's coming because you're working on yourself and you're not giving up on yourself. So that's really cool. All right. So on the bottom of the deck, 10:26. When did I start this? 9. Oh, wow. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Swords in reverse. Okay. So upright talks about relocating here. In reverse, it's again that final step forward that we need to be at mentally. So we're on the brink, it feels like, here of this new thing. And we've got some major energies supporting us. I'm loving the Ace of Swords. I'm loving the Three of Wands. The High Priestess is over all those blocks, so our intuition is really something we want to tap into right now. And this is the perfect time to do it. And that's why I like asking my spirit guides, calling them in, your guardian angels, all of it, to these readings, because that helps you. That's all part of you. It's really not outside of you. It's all within you. And but being able to receive that wisdom and knowing what to do with it, that's what the High Priestess helps us with. So I feel like I'm going to leave it there for the tarot, and then I'm just going to pull one last card with the Work Your Light Oracle and see what we get there. And then I'll let you guys go. Enjoy the rest of your Labor Day, and then make sure to check out the post later, because sometimes I do get additional messages there. Yep. I'm also just noticing in the swords cards all these butterflies, which are always a symbol of transformation as well. See the little butterflies? Sometimes it's like you get so used to the meanings of the card, so I always try to stare at them at an extra second lately to see if there's anything else like additional that I'm noticing. And that's why I love getting different decks, because there is always something additional to notice. Okay, and finally, one final thing. The roses and the lovers card. You know, rose is a flower with the highest vibration that exists, and that's why it's so popular. So again, what we're calling in is of a higher vibration, you know, and that's why it's taking some work, but it's worth it. You know, it's definitely worth it. So with that being said, let me just say one more prayer over the Work Your Light oracles, and we will see what the final messages take away for this new moon in Virgo, for this tarot card reading at least. Okay. Dear God and Goddess, thank you for giving us any additional guidance that will help us walk forward on our path and step into this new version of ourselves with grace and clarity and confidence. Thank you for giving us messages of the highest love, light, and truth that will serve our highest good and the highest good of all. Amen. Blessed be harm none. It is done, it is done, it is done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Amen. And so it is. Okay. These ones I'm just going to pull. I use them a lot, so haven't used them in a minute though, so it's kind of nice. Oh, and look, they have roses on the cover. Which wants to fly? If one wants to fly. Oh. That was interesting. It was like, I was thinking about it, but wasn't sure. Oh, it's going to be like this tonight. Oh, come on. All right. Okay. So we have the yes card. It came out like towards the camera. So again, I'm going to consider that upright because there are no reversals in this deck. So we got the yes card, which I always want to pop out when I'm asking a question. Because I'm like, man, wouldn't it be easy if it was just a simple yes or no? And in this deck, those answers exist. It's like asking your pendulum, but I don't know. For me, obviously, I'm a card person. It just feels even better. And I think this is the first time I've ever got this card. So it's funny because I know already, because my teacher has used this deck before too. That's where I first got introduced to it. And I was like, oh, these cards are beautiful. I need to get that deck. And then forgot about it and saw it randomly and got it later at a later time and date. This is so crazy because I was talking about Maiden Mother Crone. Look at that, the three women, and the triangle, the Trinity. It's vibes. Gosh, I almost feel like this is the holographic healing I was talking about later too. It's like doesn't even really look like they're different ages though, does it? It's just different versions of you and pulling what you want into your experience now, which is so possible. It's kind of hard to explain, but mainly it's visualization. It's visualizing you at your most happiest, like your most happiest, your most healthiest when you were feeling you. And, that's why I like to post stuff. Like, some people are like, again, like if you post too many selfies, that's conceited. Me, I guess. I don't know if you post one every day. I don't know. I wouldn't even say that's bad. Because if you're feeling good, that's when you gotta take advantage of that energy. For me, that's unfortunately not every day, but when I am, I take a picture. I enjoy it. I own that. And then I can look back on that when I need a reminder, when I've had a hard day, and tap into that energy, that memory, that's the other thing I've been channeling a lot lately is the word remember. When you remember something, it makes me think about the goddess Isis. I can't remember if I talked about Egyptian goddess Isis. If I talked about this in the last reading, but she, the legend goes there that Osiris, his brother, killed him and cut him up into tiny pieces. And Isis, the goddess, literally put his body back together. But like, from a metaphorical standpoint, when you remember something, you are repiecing that part, and how you remember it matters. And that's why like this healing work is so important, because the way you remember something can change everything. It's your perspective. So remember the good and let the shit go. Let it go. Did it happen? Sure. Process it? Sure. But then you don't have to hold on to it forever. You can transmute it. You absolutely have permission to do that. And yeah, I think that's another thing alchemy has been teaching me. It's like the permission slip to transmute. It's yours. Here, I'm giving it to you. Yes, 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 yes. I'm showing it to both places. I'm sorry, YouTube. I'm still learning to look at the screen. Oh, hi. Hello. All right. So let me just read you what it says on the yes page if I can find it. You're going to laugh. It's really deep. Yes. So if you did ask a question tonight, by the way, which you're always welcome to do, the answer is yes. Yes. So I'm thinking about doing whatever. Yes. If it serves your highest good, yes. And because this is something that you've probably been working on a lot. So good stuff, everyone. All right, I'm going to close the circle and release the guides and guardians. Oh, hello, Spiritual Guidance USA. I actually just finished up, but I am going to post this if all goes well. Last time I had a bit of a hard time, but that's all right, because it pushed me out of my comfort zone to go on YouTube tonight too. So I'm also doing this live on Instagram, guys. Those of you who joined me on YouTube, thank you so much. My Instagram is Cards and Coffee with Janine. So if you want to check me out there, Cards and Coffee with Janine. And my name is spelled Jane. All right, so with that, I'm going to close the circle and release the guides and guardians. And thank you so much for joining me. All right, here we go. And start in the north. Guides and guardians of the north, element of earth, thank you for being here tonight to provide us with protection, stability, and messages of really deep wisdom about, listening to our intuition and calling in the healing we need and saying yes to the things in our life that we desire, that will serve our highest good. We release you with gratitude from the circle. Guides and guardians of the west, element of water, thank you for being here tonight to show us all that needs cleansing and purification in our bodies and our minds. Thank you for helping us to do that, to drink the water that we need to, and to let what needs to flow back into the collective to be transmuted. Please transmute it. Please purify the water in our bodies, the water on this planet. Thank you for raising it to the highest vibration to nourish us. We release you with gratitude from the circle. Guides and guardians of the south, element of fire, thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for showing us to the advantages of keeping that spark alive and that creativity and that expansion is all in our perspective. We release you with gratitude from the circle. And guides and guardians of the east, element of air, you were all over this reading tonight with the Lovers card and the Star card, Gemini and Aquarius, and we definitely know that the path forward is going to be the best yet of anything we've seen. Thank you for giving us the permission slip to walk forward and to step into this new version of ourselves and greet the dawn as a reintegrated, remembered person that is healthy and happy. We release you with gratitude from the circle. I release all guides and guardians of love and light. And with that, the circle is closed. Amen. Blessed be, harm none. It is done, it is done, it is done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Amen. Aho, and so it is. All right, everyone. Circle's closed. I don't know, I always close the circle multiple times. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to try to post this video, and I will definitely do a separate post as well, trying to show you the V and the S card. And if you'd like a personal reading, let me know. I have been in a lot of weddings recently. So this past weekend, I was the maid of honor in my best friend's wedding. And then this week, I'm going to be a bridesmaid in another wedding. So it's wedding season here, and I'm loving it. But yeah, if you need a personal reading, I definitely will be more free after this, not this weekend, but next weekend on. So let me know. They're still just 30, and we can do them on here virtually. Yeah, and just enjoy the rest of this new moon in Virgo. Let it heal you. And decide what your yes is, like what you want to say yes to. That's going to make you feel good. And I love you so much. All right, take care, everyone. Oh, thank you, Cece. Love you, girl. Okay, I'm going to end the stream on here too, guys. Thanks for joining me. Got to figure out how to post this now.